for the past 11 years, every night I pray. And, without you, you definitely helped me out. You know what I'm saying? You're an inspiration to me, Frank. You always were. I've always been like a wrestler type of a bodybuilder. Now I'm a powerlifter. Now I got several offers in professional wrestling for the WWF in '91. Captain Lou Albano, Ox Baker. And I could have went pro wrestling. And Ox Baker was a wrestler and wrestler promoter, and he got Scott Steiner, who was Pop. He took my place, and I should have done it, but I didn't want to go into wrestling at that time. I wanted to be a bodybuilder. I didn't want any injuries, but I ended up with injuries anyway. I should have done it. I could have got the message across even more. So now I'm a strong man, and but I have my own business, and my family's number one. And once again, I pray every night. And you have a lot to do with my life. I was 22 or 3 when I met you in '86, I think, and maybe 23 and 4, maybe the most. But I was in the town of Willamette, kind of lost, didn't know anybody there. I'm originally from Norwich. You made me feel like I had at least some family there, even though we weren't related. I haven't seen you now since '88 or something like that. So I got inducted to the Hall of Fame here in May. You went to the banquet, and I haven't seen you in over a decade or more. And it's like I just got done seeing you in '88, because I had a connection there,
Absolutely.
Like we don't have to call each other every day. If we get on the phone, it's like we do call each other every day, even though you got a bond with me. We've always got along. I've always got, like I say, I found you impressive because you were a college bookworm that wanted to learn about weightlifting, and I showed you. In return, you helped me. And I think you got a kick out of the fact that I'm like a super heavy weightlifter type of wrestler type of guy, and it rubbed off because Frank, your biceps right now are better than mine. They're better than mine right now. The bicep, they are, and that's from me. That's his willpower, and then I got him, showed him the correct ways. I did everything. The Olympic lifting, powerlifting, bodybuilding, Highland Scottish Games, ESPN strongman events. Didn't go wrestling route, but did train wrestling a little bit in Orange, Connecticut. But I've done everything, and I found out that I wasted a lot of time with bodybuilding, and I went to strongman. That's it for me, bench press. And I'm one of the top, probably number 5 in the world master, without a shirt, raw bench press. And but that's enough about me right now, Frank. Maybe warm up a little bit here, Frank.
Right.
Okay? You want to hold that? I'm going to warm up here and show everybody, you have God behind you, and you think positive, and you can do things that maybe you always wanted to do, and I'm going to try to show you today what I'm able to do. So 135 pounds here. I'm going to warm up. Close grip. Yeah, Frank, I'll tell you, never forget those body shop in Willamette on Bridge Street back in '87, '88. You and I had a lot of good times there. We've been pumping iron here for life for you and I. We've always been into fitness. Like this show we're putting together here reminds me of Lee Haney, 7 times Mr. Olympia, when he got out of the bodybuilding competition in Alabama or Georgia, one of those 2 states. I think it's Georgia. He got out of bodybuilding, but always a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
As far as competitively, he got out. But he has a show on TV, and it's all over the nation. They talk about religion like we are here for 5 minutes, and then the other 5 minutes are lifting weights. So that's Mr. Olympia. I'm kind of copying him tonight. Lee Haney. He has his own show like we do every Sunday. He does it. Yeah. Religion and talking about and pumping iron, show. It's kind of where I got the idea.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
A lot of people in my travels of weightlifting that are gone. Frank Carson meant the world to me. You remember him? He was an AAU chairperson for Olympic lifting. He made a superstar, Steve Alvarado, clean and jerk, 358, the age of 15 years old. Went to the Pan Am Games, had a shot at the Olympics. He had a lot of good training. He taught. I wouldn't be what I am right now without Frank Carson, but he's no longer with us. John Janisevich, he meant a whole lot to me also. He was a champion bodybuilder. These people mean a lot to me. They're in my heart. And there's more. And, I wish them 2 people were here, with us right now. But you just do your best to go forward,
My thinking on that is, in a way, they are here.
Yes. Oh, yes.
We just don't see them.
Right.
And that's the interesting thing to me is that, in studying different religions like Hinduism, you know, they see this world as the illusion, so that everything reality really is in the unseen stuff.
Sure it is.
And the stuff that's up to question is the stuff you can see, which is the opposite of what everybody normally thinks.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm here tonight, Frank, you know, is to show that for those people in question, how a 45-year-old man can press weights like this with no equipment, which is a bench press shirt. Took 6'1" right now, 300 pounds, not too heavy, probably about 22% body fat. And that, you know, I live a good life. I work, I treat my customers. I'm in the Stonewall construction business, and I try to treat my customers right, mankind right in public, and my daughter, and the whole family. And, you know, I don't drink, smoke, take drugs, never did. Now I'm 45, never had a beer, never had cigarettes, never drugs or alcohol. You know, and that's important, you know, to keep focus in life, you know.
Absolutely.
You know, I know you practice that. You might have a couple of beers once in a while, but, you know, that's once in a while, Frank. Maybe I shouldn't have said nothing. But, you know.
The first miracle Jesus did was changing the water into wine at a wedding.
Right, yeah.
So there's something to be said there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you, and even you, Bill Meehan, if you're watching right now, I like you. I always thought you're a good guy. You know, even you gave me a couple of pointers in life that I took with me, you know, as I went on and left Willimantic. I was at Willimantic basically from 85 until 91. Yeah, I met a lot of people. You know, I always liked Bill Meehan, Steve Alvarado, Charlie Mazzola. Oh, there's so many more. I just can't even think right now. But I met a lot of people in Willimantic, and I had a lot of fun and memories from the heart that always be there. You know. And definitely you're it, Frank. You're the main course there on that. But, you know.
Ready for some more plates?
Yeah, let me get my bands on here. But,
what do you use the bands for?
Yeah, it supports my wrist, Frank, you know. Every 3 years I make a comeback. I can't live this kind of lifestyle my whole life, so every 3 years or so I make a 6-month comeback. And, you know, bench press 500 pounds without a shirt on, raw. And
now when you say without a shirt, are you talking about a special shirt that would give you more strength?
Oh, sure, Frank. It's a lot.
People don't understand what that is.
Right. It's a lot like these wrist straps I have on right now.
Yeah.
Oh, Frank, there's a shirt right there. Want to get that? See, I use these shirts now for waxing the car, Frank. I don't even know why that's there. A denim, no, Frank, right there, a denim shirt. See that on your left there? Yep. Let me have that, Frank. To answer your question, I no longer use these. I did bench press 625 pounds with a shirt on. What it is, it's very hard to get on. It's so stiff that it brings the weight down. If you can get the bar to touch your chest having this thing on, and you can really bounce it up. You know what I'm saying? But it's a cheating. It's not what I do anymore. It's raw. And I'm going to knock out a few reps here, Frank, you know? See what I can do here. I may knock off a couple here. Get warmed up for some bigger weight. Oh, Frank, it helped I put 245s on. I got one right there, and I got one right there.
Yeah,
You want to quickly put those on, Frank? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I thought you wanted to...
Yeah, watch your toes, Frank. You don't exactly have steel toes on. They had sandals on tonight.
Let me just
Oh, yeah.
get ready here. Okay.
Another one on that side, Frank. I got one there leaning up against the wall there. And, you know, warming up is important. And that's what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
I went to NFL training facilities in 2003.
Just sit back so the lights are behind you. What was that you were saying?
In 2003, I went to an NFL training facility in Ohio. It was a guest lifter training,
Yeah.
closed to the public. I saw some serious numbers go up. was right there with the NFL quarterbacks and everything, and the New England Patriots. What was his name? Matt something? Matt Metcalf or something? I can't pronounce his last name. I always got his name mixed up. Quarterback for New England Patriots. Yeah, I was down there training, learned a lot. You know, in 1989, Frank Yankarks got me the gold medal for Olympic lifting, AAU, Amateur Athletic Union, for the state of Connecticut. I won that first place in the heavy, always the heavyweight class. Fifth place, Mr. Connecticut, AAU in 1988, I think it was. And biggest bench press in history in 2004 with a shirt on, 625, a 300-pound class. At that time, I was 42, I think I was, 43. But I've gone raw since then. You know, that shirt I just showed you there, that's like having your whole body wrapped with these wrist wraps here, and, you know, raw, which means no shirt. That's what I'm aiming to do here today, and get up to at least 4 1/4 for you.